Jai Hind everyone. Welcome to the lecture series of manufacturing processes, and its subject code is BME 403. The targeted students will be second year, BTech second year mechanical students, and we are going to discuss about the casting processes and the different type of patterns that we use. Myself, Dr. Suman Godpal, working as an assistant professor in the Department of Mechanical Engineering at Ajay Kumar Garg Engineering College, Ghaziabad. So in today's lecture, we are going to discuss about the two topics only, that is casting and molding and different types of patterns. So first we come to the casting and molding. What is casting and molding process? So it is one of the oldest technique, okay, and in this we provide the basic shape and size to a particular material, raw material, okay. So we can say the casting is one of the earliest method shaping techniques which is known to the human beings. And here what we do, we will heat the material. Which material? With which we want to cast. Okay. So we will heat the material to the molten state. Okay. And then this molten material is poured into a cavity or the mold cavity. And this mold cavity is created with the help of the patterns. What is pattern? Pattern is the replica of the final object or the final product. So we will pour the material, molten material, into this mold cavity, and then we will allow it to solidify. And after solidification, it will take the shape of that cavity, and then we will remove our casting. Okay. So this is the basically method. Okay. So we can see here, it generally means pouring molten metal into a refractory mold with a cavity of the shape to be made and allowing it to solidify. When solidified, the desired metal object is taken out from the refractory mold either by breaking the mold or by taking the mold part. Okay? Either we will break the mold or we will separate them. Parts. Okay, the solidified object is called the casting. Okay, so there are different terms which we will be used in the casting process. What are these? These are the flask. Flask. We use the flask. These are the flask. Okay, then cope, thread, and cheek. These are the name of these flasks. We can see here there are three flasks are used here. The upper one is known as the cope. The lower one is known as the rag, and the center one is known as the cheek. So, depending on our requirement or depending on the shape of the mold cavity, we can use either the 2 flasks or the 3 flasks. Okay, and these are properly aligned with the help. These flasks are aligned with the help of the dowel pins. Okay, so here you can see the cope, you can see the tracks. These are the pins. Okay, this is the complete flask. This is the gating system. Okay, this is the gating system. So first we will see the other component also, or the other terms also we will use in the casting. Pattern. Pattern is basically the replica of the final product or the prototype of the final product. Then we have the bottom board. This is the bottom board. This is the bottom board. Then we have the runner. Runner is this one. The horizontal passage for the molten metal from the screw to the gate. Okay. Then we have the riser. Riser is this vertical one. Okay. It is used basically to compensate the shrinkage. Okay. And to ensure that the cavity is completely filled. Okay, because if it will overflow, then the molten material will come out from here. Okay, so we can see that the cavity is completely filled. And as we know that during the solidification, the metal will undergo the shrinkage. Okay. Then this riser is designed in such a way that the molten metal in the riser will solidify in last. Okay. So when during the solidification, it will there will be directional solidification, means from the wall to the center of the cavity. So if the contraction will take place, so this contraction will be compensated with the help of the molten metal which is present in the riser. Okay, so this is the function of the riser. Then we have the pouring basin. This is the funnel shape, is the pouring basin from where we will pour the molten material. Then we have the screw which will connect the pouring basin and the screw well. Okay, this is the screw well. This one is the screw, vertical passes. 4. If this is the core, if we want to control the internal cavity also, then we will use the core. Then we have the ingates. Ingates is basically connected to the runner and the mold cavity, means which will allow the molten material to go into the mold cavity. So these are the different terms which will be used, and this complete setup is known as the gating system. Okay, this is the green sand. We will study about the different types of sand which are available. So one of the sand is the green sand. Why it is known as green sand? Because of the moisture available in it. Now we come to the casting process. So what is casting process? There are different steps in the casting process. First we need the pattern. Pattern, as we have already discussed, it is the prototype of the final shape which we want to cast. So in this particular case, the shape of the pattern is this one, and it is the split type of pattern, means it is made up of two parts. So one will produced in the lower half of the flask, or we can say the drag, and the other half will be produced in the upper part of the flask, that is cup. Okay, to create the cavity. So these are the two parts of the pattern. Now you can see these pins. These are the dowel pin for the proper alignment of the two halves of the pattern. Okay. Now we can see there are two boxes and one board, and this board, this one is known as the bottom board, which will form the base. Okay. Then these are the two boxes or two flasks which are known as the cope and drum. The upper one is the cope and the lower one is the drag. And these are aligned with the help of these pins. Okay, and in this we will put the pattern, or we will place the pattern, and then we will fill it with the help of sand. Okay, then we will remove the pattern, and when we will remove the pattern, the cavity will be created in both the halves, cope and drag. After that, creating the cavity, we will design the runner, riser and gate system, and then we will again put into this manner. Okay, one above the other, and lastly we will pour the molten metal, and then we will allow it to solidify, and after the solidification we will remove our casting from the cavity, mold cavity. Okay, so these are the steps which we will follow during the casting. So here we can see, here the mold cavity will be created first with the help of the pattern. The material will be heated to the specified temperature. Then this molten material will be poured into the mold cavity, and molten material solidify and the casting is removed. Now we come to the different types of pattern. So in casting process, we use different types of patterns depending on our requirement or the shape of the final casting which we want to produce. So first is the single piece pattern. So as its name indicating that it is made up of the single piece. Okay, so it is used basically to produce the simple shape casting, okay, or the large casting. So, and its material is mostly wood. Okay, large casting in the but the quantity is less. Okay, so there is no joints available. It is made up of the single piece. You can see here, this is the, so it will be removed from here to create the cavity. Okay, the simplest form of pattern is single piece pattern for used for the large casting. Then we have the loose piece pattern. Okay, so it consists of the loose pieces. Okay, one is the main part. This is the main part of the pattern, and these A and B are indicating the loose pieces. So it is used basically when we want to produce the intricate shape or the complex shapes. Okay, for example, if we have this type of shape, okay, or we want to produce this type of shape, and we are using the single piece pattern, then it will not be not be possible for us to create the cavity. How we will remove it? Okay, so in this case we use the loose pieces. So when we will remove the pattern from the sand to create the cavities, we will remove the main part first, and after that these A and B will be removed. So this type of pattern will be used where the intricate casting is required. Then we have the split pattern. When it is not possible to create the cavity with the help of the single piece pattern, then we use the split pattern. Okay, so it is made up of the two parts. Okay, it is made up of two parts. We can have the multi-piece pattern also, and we can have the split pattern also. So it is made up of the two parts, but multi-piece is made up of the more than two parts. Okay, so in this case we can see that one half will be created in the cope, and one half will be used for creating the cavity in the lower half. Means one will form the cavity in the cope and one will form the cavity in the drag. But here the thing which we have to kept in mind is that there should be proper alignment of these two halves. So you can see here that in one of the half the slots are provided, and in one half the pins are provided for the proper alignment of these two halves of the pattern, like this. Okay, so in the case of the shapes which are difficult to produce from the single piece pattern, we will use the split pattern. Yeah. Then we have the match plate pattern. Match plate pattern are basically used for the cases where we want to produce the large number of casting, but in the but of smaller size. Okay, in this we use the metal or the wooden plate, and then we have the patterns, number of patterns, and you can see these patterns are on the one half of the match plate, and these are on the upper half of the match plate. So it will be easy to remove it from the sand if we are using the match plate. So it is used for the mass production where large number of castings are needed. Okay, but the size of these casting will be small. Then we have the multi-piece pattern. So multi-piece pattern basically used where we have the more complicated shapes which are not possible with the help of split pattern. For example, you can see here if we want to make it with the help of two boxes, two flasks, so it will create the cavity easily. But these two pieces, if we put it together, we keep it together, then it will not be possible to make this cavity. So we are creating it with the help of three flasks: cope, drag, and cheek. Okay, so it is made in the three pieces. Three cavity will be created here. That's why it is known as the multi-piece pattern. Clear? Then we have the sweep pattern also. Sweep pattern basically used to create the large size casting. Okay, large size casting it is used, and here this sweep is used to create the rotational type casting. Okay, it will rotate about this particular axis and it will create the cavity. You can see here that the cavity is created. It will rotate about this vertical axis and the cavity will be created. Clear? So in case of large casting, we will use this type of pattern. Then we have the skeleton pattern. So skeleton pattern, in this basically the wooden frame is used. Okay, hollow wooden frame will be used, and its outer lining shape will be the shape of the casting which we want to produce. So it is also used for the large size casting. Clear? Then we have the follow board pattern. Follow board pattern, in this we are using this base. Okay, this base is used, and this follow board pattern is used where the thin sections or the weak structure is available. For example, these sections are weaker than this particular section. Okay, so if we will not use the follow board pattern here, then the chances of breaking of these but thin sections or weak sections will be more due to the ramming of the sand. So we will use the follow board pattern where the thin or weak sections are present. Okay, so these are the type of pattern. One more pattern that we use is the gated patterns, and which is used for the mass production, means a number of casting can be produced in a single run, and these castings are connected with the help of the gates, different gates and runners. Okay, so we can use that gated system also for the mass production. Clear? So that is all from my side about the casting and the different types of patterns that we use in the casting process. Thank you so much.